Hello, chat. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I will be your host this evening, Noah Bowers, as per usual. And tonight, we have another very fun, high-stakes matchup here on the AU Esports broadcast. We are back on Marvel Rivals. And tonight, we are facing off against Colonel Esports from Nicholls State University that are currently 5-1 on the season, currently number 1 seed in our conference. To finish out our regular season, Augusta University Marvel Rivals is also 5-1, so this is pretty much a battle for the top of the conference going into the playoffs. I believe even if we lose, we still have clinched a spot in the top 4 to proceed on to the playoffs, but a win here would guarantee us a top 2 seed at the minimum, I believe. Without further ado, let's take a look at the picks and bans. Just want to let you guys know that the website for NECC is currently bugged right now. I think they're having some type of server issues, so the overlay is not going to be correct that you see on the top of your screen. It is a best of 5. It is Augusta University, but it's not University of Waterloo. Obviously, that is what we played last week. We are playing Colonels, as you see in the top left of your screen, which is going to be Nicholls State Esports. There we go. Reminder, chat is going to be on a 3-minute delay as well. So you are currently talking to future Noah right now. Not current Noah. Y'all are living in the past. I will try to fix the overlay as best I can, but the website has just been very, very slow today. Oh, here we go. We might have it. Chat, are we good? Yes. Yes, overlay fixed. Dub coordinator. Dub coordinators in the chat.
Pick your hero or villain. I'm not judging.
Dub coordinator in the chat. So Augusta University, they didn't name us. We're just Team 2 at the top right of the screen. So that's unfortunate. But we did ban Venom. Venom, I heard, is going to be probably like our insta-ban every single time. Which I'm okay with. Chat, are you ready? Chat, I am so ready for this. For all the marvels, for the playoff seeding. Marvel Rivals has the best record out of all of the AU teams, other than League of Legends, who will be playing on Thursday.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Very excited for that matchup as well. That'll also be a battle versus the two number 1 and number 2 seeds, University of Michigan versus Augusta University League of Legends. Let me know if you guys need the audio levels a little bit brighter or louder, excuse me. We have Drunk here on Emma Frost. Augusta University has been really hammering down their team positioning, as well as focusing on characters that they know are weak. or that they have an advantage against. That's going to be something that they need to make sure they are critical and consistent on all evening long if they want a chance at beating the Colonels. They have been the strongest team so far in our division, in our conference, I should say, which is our region and skill category. So they have their work cut out for them. But this roster is no stranger to winning nail-biting matches. Nice combination damage here. They've been able to secure a ton of map presence right now on this initial point. Delay, really? How do you stream Snipe Rivals? That's a good question, but it is because the way you can stream Snipe is sometimes, since you're in the spectator client, you do have X-rays, and there are obviously invisible characters that can go on flanks, and there's characters that can just, like, you know, hide in specific areas on the map and do different, you know, plays that if somebody had their screen open and could see, they would be able to counter it live in action. So that is why. Jakuo getting a nice kill with the Psylocke ultimate. Drunk is going to get taken out by Rocket Raccoon, and that ultimate allowed them to pretty much push right onto the point. Get a lot of presence on there. Punisher in the turret form is dealing so much damage right now. They need to get him out of it. Finally, they knock the turret out. Title is wrong? It shouldn't be. I updated this like 3 times. Oh, no, it is wrong. I didn't change the game. There we go. It's the right team's names, but not the not the game. Thank you, Nate. Yeah, we'll swap over to Jakuo here on the Psylocke. See, like, this would be a play, Nate. He's pretty much behind the entire enemy team here, behind the Colonels. And if they were able to have stream open and it was live without a delay, that would be not good for us. Ooh, that flank was a little awkward there. I don't think he got exactly what he was looking for. Magneto ultimate being invested here. And he will be taken out for it. Not a lot of damage done there. Namor ultimate is used, and Skyjet Pink is going to get a huge double. Make that a triple kill. Quad kill for Skyjet Pink. A pentakill for Skyjet Pink. Oh my goodness, a hexakill. Are you kidding me right now? Skyjet Pink going absolutely nuclear here in game 1. Oh my goodness, a hexakill. Chat, somebody clip it. Chat, somebody clip that. Holy. That was able to give Augusta University pretty much unparalleled access to this first control point here, as they are now approaching 90%. But this Punisher ultimate paired with the Rocket Raccoon ultimate could be very dangerous from the side of the Colonels. Augusta University has to fight to stay alive here. Skyjet Pink has to get out of there. Got very weak. Jakuo switched to the Moon Knight. He's going to be able to do some more area of effect damage with the Ox. Be potentially a little bit more disruptive here on the map instead of just signaling out characters on the flank. Punisher getting a kill onto Mammon. One of our supports. That's going to slow things down here. Or, excuse me, one of our tanks. Skyjet Pink down as well. So Augusta University will have to forfeit all of this map presence. And the Colonels are starting to get very, very close to tying this up. AU stuck at 99%. Here we go. Skyjet Pink on the Iron Man. They're going to have to contest this overtime in effect now, but Augusta University are not going to get kills here. Double kill here for Blasphemous on the Punisher. Magneto able to just keep everybody off of it. Here comes Mammon on the Magneto ultimate. Invests it. This is not going to be enough. Skyjet Pink, the only one left alive, and he's not going to be able to get there in time. Oh my goodness. A wasted Hexakill. A phenomenal play from Skyjet Pink. Not going to be enough, but that was very, very close. Pretty much just one more team fight goes their way, and Augusta University would have taken that one. Good thing this one is 3 rounds. AU's probably kicking themselves for that one. They did. That was definitely a winnable round. Definitely a winnable round. But I loved what we were seeing so far from the tank and attack plays. The team cohesion was there. They're already looking on point. The VOD review was looking great coming into this week's matchup. Trying to make sure the overlay has it that we're not checking in, but we're actually starting. There we go. Game 1. Skyjet Pink switching over to the Magneto here to open things up. Now, Augusta University was able to get some pretty decent pressure this first time around, but then just couldn't string together 2 or more team fights to keep the pressure going. Right now, they're having to give up a lot of pressure here. The amped up Punisher is doing so much damage, a triple kill for him. And Augusta University is forced to give up all the map presence there. The Colonels will be able to take the point and hunt the rest of the Jaguars down. Mammon gets sedated here on Moon Knight and is going to just be hunted down while the rest of the Jaguars come back from respawn. Not the ideal start here, as the Colonels are already going to rack up above 30% of the control here. This is a best of 3 here in game 1. So if they take this one, AU will already be down a map. Skyjet Pink doing as much as he can to block as much damage as possible to force the team onto the point. He's done a good enough job. Drunk is going to get down. Nice ultimate usage. That's going to take out one of the big damage dealers, Punisher. Without Punisher on the map, the Jaguars should have a much better chance of taking out some of these smaller characters and getting the presence on the point. Skyjet Pink just not getting enough help there. Will be targeted heavily and taken out for it. Rocket's going to get a kill. Magneto on the side of Colonels is going to get a kill. That's going to be 3 dead immediately for the Jaguars. Mammon barely left alive. And they are forced all the way back to their spawn yet again. 0% touched on this point, and the Colonels are already approaching 99% here on point 2. And I don't think a single member of Augusta University is going to be able to get there in time. No, and they're going to go ahead and just concede the rest of this overtime. No, they Doctor Strange portal onto the point. Rocket Raccoon goes down first. A last-minute flank onto the point using the Doctor Strange portal. Potentially give them a shot at this. Great damage from Mammon. Is able to get 1. Skyjet Pink combines for another. 4 dead for the Colonels. And Augusta University at 99%. A buzzer beater of a flank will finally be able to get control of the objective and start gaining progress. Huge. Absolutely massive swing there. Phoenix ultimate being invested. It will not be used wisely as an amped up Punisher. That combo again will be able to pretty much full squad wipe all of the Jaguars by himself. Another quadra kill with Emma Frost taking out some of the remaining members. We switched to Spider-Man just to try and contest the point for a little bit longer, but it's not going to be enough. 2 in a row there for the Colonels. First round was very, very close, pretty much a nail-biter. But second round, Colonels had pretty much total control of that the entire time. So they will take game 1 if in this best of 5. MVP going up to Magneto. Wiser shoe. I gotta say, the animations in this game are absolutely fire. They're so good. There's the end game score report for you guys. All right, so sorry about that. I was making sure everything. Augusta University will go down 1 game. Are we first seed if we win this? We will not be first seed. I think currently we're tied for like 3rd or 4th. So if we win this, we'll get guaranteed 2nd. But I think even if Colonels loses this, they still retain 1st place. That is because their like map differential, their game differential, round differential is like miles ahead of everybody else in our conference, even though they're 5-1, which is the same record as us. We've had to go to multiple game 5s. I think they've been 3-0ing a lot of their competition. So we will not be guaranteed 1st seed if we win this, but we will be guaranteed in the playoffs if we win. Right now, Augusta University is going to have to take a look at what went wrong in that first game. They looked pretty stout there for a little bit in the first round, but after, losing that initial team fight in round 2, they just couldn't really get their footing. They had a, last second Hail Mary flank with the Doctor Strange portal to get onto the point. They got a nice clean team wipe there, paired some great ultimates together. But then after that, nothing else really coalesced to give them the advantage there. The Colonels were able to just win so many fights. That amped up Punisher ultimate, thanks to Emma Frost, was a killer. Augusta University basically had no counter for it. They were getting triple kills or quadra kills every time it was used against us, and that's just not how you're going to be able to win. All right, and we are currently getting game 2 underway here. So I will go to a quick intermission. When we come back, game 2 in this best of 5 up next. All right. We are back here for Game 2, Central Park Convergence. Game 1 going the way of Colonel Esports here in this best of 3. I'm trying to get an update for Nate on what the standings will look like no matter the outcome. I'm trying to pull it up here, but League OS is being very slow. So, if we win this, we will be... Yeah, we might not get first seed because of map wins. It would be close between us and University of Florida Black, depending on how their games go tonight. So, yeah, because there's... just want to let you guys know, there's basically a 3-way tie at the top for teams being 5-1 on the season. But we have a head-to-head win versus the University of Florida. We have a head-to-head win versus the University of Waterloo. And if we win tonight, we'll have a head-to-head win versus Colonel Esports. Augusta University banning Mantis, protecting Punisher. Now, this is interesting to me because their Punisher just absolutely... Or, I'm sorry, this is Winter Soldier. What am I talking about yet? That's Winter Soldier. So we protect Winter Soldier. That's one of our more confident damage dealers. Ban Venom again. They protect Iron Man and Emma Frost. They ban Doctor Strange, which Skyjet Pink used nicely there in that last second Hail Mary. No Hulk either. What does AU protect here? We protect Hela, and we ban Ultron. Interesting. And they're going to ban Namor. Smart. Skyjet Pink's Namor is MVP status, not going to lie. But they left Groot. They done messed up, guys. They left Groot. Chat, we got this in the bag. We got this in the bag. Game 2, here we come. Augusta University starting on attack here on Convergence. Colonels will be starting on defense.
Starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
All right. So Groot's ability to use the walls to manipulate the battlefield, trap opponents' movements, slow them down, establish flanks and protection for the Jaguars. Skyjet Pink is so good at placing those down. He's usually so consistent at putting it in a spot that makes it beneficial for us. What really is going to be the difference maker here is Jakuo on the Hela and Champagne on Rocket Raccoon. We just need to have a little bit more consistent damage to punish some of these other teams. Skyjet Pink already taking out Emma Frost, one of their support characters here on the point. That is huge. And Mammon taking out Iron Man. Rocket's already got his ultimate. Invisible Woman, Comic, is going to go ahead and invest this one as well. Moon Knight ultimate will be invested. Triple kill. Comic will get the 4th, and that's basically a full team wipe here for Augusta University. And they'll be able to start the Convergence. Nicely done from Augusta University. Great damage output from Mammon on the Moon Knight. The ultimate being the real heavy hitter there to start things off. And oh my goodness, Skyjet Pink gets absolutely obliterated early here, and Hella will go down very quickly as a result. The big tank not able there to soak up a lot of that damage. 4 members of Augusta University will go down immediately here. So not much movement going to be taken up here on the point. I only played Iron Man, closest thing to a mage character. That's interesting that you say that. I was a big Cloak and Dagger fan, a support character that can pretty much output a lot of damage as well if need be. That's one of my favorite characters to play. I think there's a lot of mage-like characters in this game. I don't know if Iron Man's like the only one. So Mammon and Skyjet Pink will go down early here. Augusta University is being forced back heavily. I mean, they have plenty of time here on the game clock. Getting that convergence done so early kind of gives them a little bit more flexibility, but they are so pushed back into this choke point of their own spawn right now that they have not been able to get any type of damage done. Here we go. Nice little flank opportunity here from Groot. Ultimate will be used to suck everybody up, and here comes the Moon Knight ultimate to try and be invested, but Mammon will go down. No kills will be taken. Rocket Raccoon ultimate invested, so even though Skyjet Pink gets eliminated, he's able to respawn back, but that was a big whiff from Augusta University. No kills being invested. Yes, Skyjet Pink's finally able to get one, their Cloak and Dagger, but too little, too late. Approaching just under 3 minutes here. Mammon will finally take out the Magnetos. That's one takedown. Front line's looking a little bit more vulnerable here for the Jaguars as they continue to push forward. Skyjet Pink using those walls to continue to be disruptive. Invisible Girl ultimate is in the back pocket here for the Jaguars, as well as the Hella ultimate that could deal a lot of damage if used in a really nice spot. Punisher is going to take out Jakuo, though, here early. A lot of damage now off the map. Mammon will go down as well, so no more Moon Knight. Iron Man ultimate invested. It's only going to take out our Magneto. But now we only have 2 minutes remaining, and we have only pushed this objective 50 meters. The defense has been absolutely phenomenal from the side of Colonel Esports so far. What can Augusta do to get out of the vice grip, the jaws of death that Nicholls State has put us in so far? Here we go. Rocket Raccoon ultimate invested. That's going to try and keep everybody alive. Magneto ultimate is dropped by Colonel Esports. It doesn't do too much there. Skyjet Pink barely stays alive. Uses his ultimate right before his eyes to set up the Moon Knight ultimate. But the Cloak and Dagger healing is invested at the exact same time. So it's not going to be able to do enough damage to get any kills. Mammon goes down. Drunk goes down. Comic goes down. That's all 3 members on the front lines eliminated for the Jaguars, and only a minute left for them to move this point any farther. This has been an absolutely clinical defensive performance so far. Skyjet Pink switching to the Winter Soldier here, just trying to do any type of damage to try and push these farther ahead. You obviously get more time when you're able to reach one of the checkpoints, but we're not even close to checkpoint 1 here. And we're only at 30 seconds. There we go. Mammon combines with Skyjet Pink to get 1 kill. Oh, nice stinks there. 2 more kills. Mammon, Skyjet Pink clearing away here. Punisher ultimate is being activated here. Iron Man is going to take out Comic, one of our support characters in the back. But Mammon going absolutely insane. Takes out 2 members, Punisher and the other... Is that their invisible woman? Yes. What a clinical double kill there from Mammon to keep Augusta University alive in the overtime ticker now. They cannot step off the point here. They have to get this all the way to that diamond you see at the top half of your screen if they want more time and to continue pushing forth this objective. Cloak and Dagger go ahead and use their ultimate on the point. That's going to severely weaken the Jaguars here while healing Colonel Esports. Invisible Girl ultimate is invested as well to try and help the Jaguars stay alive, but it's not going to be enough. Mammon and Drunk, the 2 tank/supports, are the only one left alive here on the point, and that's not going to be enough. Overtime ticker will burn as all of the remaining Jaguars will fall, and they will have a final distance of 100 meters.
Time to switch things up, including which side you're on. You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Round 2 coming up. Augusta University will need to play some very, very significant defense to slow down the Colonel's push. Otherwise, they will take this map too. They didn't even get to the first checkpoint. So they will have their work cut out for them. All right, here we go, Augusta. Lock in. Let's play some good defense here. Skyjet Pink, not on a tank, will actually be on Black Panther, hiding behind some walls here near their spawn to try and get a sneaky flank, take out one of their squishier or more vulnerable support heroes from behind enemy lines. He's just biding his time. I'm going to stay on his POV just to see what he can get first. He might be able to get at least one here. Will have to back away before he is targeted heavily. That flank did not work. Sniffed out by Blasphemous, the Punisher, immediately. In turret form, he's a sitting duck for Black Panther here. He's able to get the kill, but does get traded out by the Iron Man here on the point. And Augusta University is not going to be able to contest this. They already have one tick here on the convergence. And Jaguars are deciding they're just not even going to contest this. They're going to let this go ahead and be captured. So now they have 5 minutes to make sure they proceed less than 100 meters with this objective. Here we go. They are already making sense. They're already over halfway there. Augusta University did not get them stopped in their choke point, in their spawn, like the Colonels were able to do. The damage just hasn't been there. They weren't able to stagger their spawns and keep them weakened. So the Colonels are able to just fly through this. Nice pick there from Skyjet Pink, who has switched over to the Hela. Trying to just do some more direct damage. Punisher's able to get a kill. Here we go. Hela ultimate being invested. Orbital airstrike inbound, as I like to call it. Splash damage is there. Not able to get too many kills there, and will be taken out by the other Punisher. Emma Frost on the side of Colonels. Takes out 2 members of the Jaguars. Mayman would have to go huge here to win this one. Would be massive. Oh, it gets some healing, so he's not going to be able to complete it. Mayman doing their best to contest on the point, but it's just not going to be enough. 90 meters now, and the Jaguars are in do or die territory. Skyjet Pink goes down. Champagne has to contest this and won't be able to. That'll be it.
Final score 2-1.
That was a really strong round from Colonel Esports. They were pretty much in complete control of that the whole time. Augusta University now staring down a 2-0 deficit. They're going to have to reverse sweep if they want a chance at taking this series, which they have been able to do before. During this season, we have seen a reverse sweep. But that is going to be a tall ask. All right, so down 2-0. The Jaguars will have to pretty much look within themselves and see what kind of resolve they really have to finish off the regular season. Reminder, no matter what, we should be in the playoffs if I'm reading the standings correctly. But they want to finish the regular season strong, and beating the number 1 seed would be massive for their seeding going into the playoffs. So this has significant implications towards the end of the season. We'll go to a quick intermission. It looks like the 2 teams are going to take a break before we get into game 3 here and see if Augusta University can pull off a miraculous reverse sweep. We'll be right back. All right. Game 3 coming up. Midtown Convoy. Colonel Esports is targeting to take a commanding 2-0 lead here, forcing the Jaguars into one of the largest deficits they've seen momentum-wise all season long. If they want to salvage this, they will have to pull off a reverse sweep starting right here, right now, to keep them in it. Mantis being banned. Hella being protected, and Iron Man being banned. From the side of the Jaguars, the Colonels will ban Hulk again, protect Emma Frost, and ban Namor. Ooh, no ban on the Venom. This has been one of Colonel Esports' strongest characters season long, so this will be very, very interesting to see how Augusta University decides to combat that. They're actually going to ban Magneto, protect Winter Soldier. They protected Winter Soldier last time and really weren't able to get too much use out of it, so I hope they're able to maybe invest in a long-term player on that role and get a lot more damage invested.
We'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong. I used to be the brightest one.
Bet you still are.
Well, if it makes you feel any better. Hard.
Oh, that's a wild POV that you can do.
Battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You guys see this cat thing on my screen? What is that? Oh, it's like a player cosmetic thing. I have no idea. Skyjet Pink immediately gets eliminated out of spawn here. And the Jaguars already backed up heavily here. Having to fight against this Venom, one of the most damage-dealing tanks in the game currently. They're using a Captain America as well. That's a lot of knockback, fast movement on the side of Colonel Esports. Oh, there we go. Venom is weak there. Well, he's able to get back behind the lines of the support characters, so they'll stay alive. But good push so far from the Jaguars. They're getting some map presence. They are moving this objective. There you go. Great damage with Skyjet Pink. Champagne will go down. Skyjet Pink with another kill onto a Wiser Shoe. I'm surprised Skyjet Pink was able to stay alive in there for so long. Drunk Dude investing the Cloak and Dagger ultimate onto the objective here. That's gonna damage over time anybody standing in it, but heal members of the Jaguars here.
Still here.
Mammon on the thing. We haven't seen that in a while. Oh my goodness. Insane knockback with the thing. Ultimate could be invested here as well. Great damage. Double kill coming in as they combine for 2.
Nobody can hurt us now.
But only a minute remaining. They should be able to get more time if they are able to get all the way to this next checkpoint, but just looking farther and farther away. Captain America ultimate being invested, but Amik will invest the Invisible Woman. When Skyjet Pink is in the Punisher ultimate, so this is just an insane amount of damage being placed onto the map right now. But 2 members of the Jaguars will go down instead of any member of Augusta University going down. Turret is not going to do much except delay the inevitable. Mammon trying to contest for as long as possible is not going to be able to do much. So that will slow down the offensive push, and they have to contest into overtime here as they are now out of time on the clock. Overtime now in effect, but only 2 members of the Jaguars are even close to the point. Oh, good cloak and dagger evasion ability there. Dodges the Winter Soldier ultimate. So Champagne's not going to get too much use out of that. But it bought enough time for the rest of Augusta University to make their way back onto the point here. A double kill for Weiser Shoe on the Captain America, and the Jaguars are now in serious trouble. Mammon pretty much the only one alive to do anything, and it will not be enough of, I think, an unofficial quad kill there for Captain America, and Augusta University was only able to push that 120 meters.
Time to switch things up, including which side you're on. You'll need a top-notch team to win this.
So the Colonel Esports are just staring at 100 meters of pushing the point to close out this dominant 3-0 sweep that will establish them the #1 seed in the playoffs for this season. And they're looking the part. This is probably one of the most dominant teams we've played against all season long. We've played some nail biters, but this one has just been rough.
Before you attack, get ready.
Do a quick tab check here for you stats people. All right, Augusta University, this is where you have to make the stand. Now or never, last game of the regular season. What do you got? The Star-Lord coming out from the Colonels. That is going to be some pretty fast damage. They've pretty much had no counter for it there in the first half. And the Jaguars right now have not been able to get a single kill, so they haven't slowed down this offensive push at all. Captain America is getting able to get a kill onto our Cloak and Dagger, so one of our support characters down. A third of the way already acquired here from Colonel Esports. Rocket Raccoon ultimate invested. So Augusta University wants to use this to swing that right now. Doctor Strange ultimate invested as well. Skyjet Pink turns it into 1 kill. Can they get anything more? This is great defense here from Augusta University. They are staying alive, keeping them in a choke point, watching their flanks, and most importantly, delaying how far they are moving on the point. That's a great Jeff kill from Blasphemous. Comic is going to get pushed all the way to the other side of the map. He's being targeted heavily. Will finally go down. And that's pretty much all the critical members of the Jaguars that were even close to the point dead. So now this is going to be a lot of movement here for Nicholls State. Doctor Strange portal being used to get directly onto the point. Two kills go the way of the Jaguars. This is going to get close here. Star-Lord ultimate being invested, but Skyjet Pink is able to block so much of that damage. Doesn't result in a kill. This is a huge response from Skyjet Pink. Jeff the Shark ultimate is going to be used. I can't tell how many it swallowed up. Looks like just one. Champagne goes down to Star-Lord. Jakuo is pretty much the last one on the point here. With 30 seconds remaining, they can only push it 10 more meters, and that will be it. Nobody from Augusta University is going to be able to contest it. They tried so hard on that last team fight, but it was not enough. And with that, the regular season is over. GG's Colonel Esports. That was a dominant 3-0, and they have showcased clearly here today why they are the #1 seed in our conference. GG's Colonel Esports. All right, chat, let me input this into the website, and I will be able to let you know what the standings are going to look like here, okay? Uno momento. The website is being slow today, so just give us one moment. Here, I'm going to go to a quick break. I'm going to finish, get this stuff loaded in, and I'll let you know what the standings look like. Okay, I have tried refreshing the website at least 10 different times to try and like get the standings situation, everything like that. It's there. It's not working tonight. So tomorrow, when we get everything, I will update you all. We will be live tomorrow for our next Rocket League matchup. That is going to be the last one of the season. That's a big one as well because we'll be having a special speech from Respawns, I believe, again to hype us up and get more information about the Peach Belt Conference Championships that will be going to in Florence, South Carolina this Saturday and Sunday. But I don't have anything more for Marvel Rivals. I will get you updates as soon as I can. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate all the support. The Marvel Rivals team will finish the regular season 5-2. And if I did my math correctly, they are in the playoffs. I just don't know their exact seeding just yet, but they have clinched it. So GG's to them. GG's to Colonel Esports, who look like they will probably be very, very tough to beat come conference playoffs time. But yeah. It was still a fun one. It was a great season, especially for the first time ever having a Marvel Rivals roster. This is the first time we've had these players play together. First time any of them are really playing at a competition of this scale, of this caliber at all before across any title. So I'm really, really proud of the team, how they've been able to work together and perform this semester. Especially with the schedule. I mean, these matches were scheduled for 10 p.m. at night on Tuesday all season long. Are you kidding me? A lot of these people have, jobs, not to mention their full class load and getting up for class in the morning tomorrow. So I just want to give all the props and praise to our Marvel Rivals roster. They absolutely exceeded my expectations, and I can't wait to see them play more in the playoffs. It's going to be great. I hope you guys have a great evening. And I will see you guys next time. Good night.